It is beautiful out today. Got the flowing stream here. Man, I love this stream. I've been at this stream my whole life. I've lived at this stream. This is like deep in my backyard. This is like the border of our property, actually, this stream. So nice. Chilling with Lola. Lola! Yeah, but anyway, it's just beautiful. Like, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Anyways, here to talk about some more philosophy. You know, it's just, I think it all just has to do with surrounding yourself with the creations of God, you know, and not the things that man creates. You know, it's ironic because I like hold a phone in my hand, but at the same time, I think God gave me this, so, you know, I could spread word of him, you know. And at the same time, like, it's not necessarily like our inventions or things we make in our reality, because, you know, indirectly those things are also created by God, you know, like a cell phone or some sort of technology even. I don't necessarily agree with pavement or like, you know, surrounding yourself with like New York City or something, or like, you know, I lived in Boston. I hated it, man. I just fucking hated it. I hated every second there. And then afterwards, I came home and I saw how beautiful everything was. Especially now that I'm older, I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? But that's life. Life is a game of saying, what the fuck was I thinking, you know? You get older, you get stronger, and you just see more. But, you know, there's like these passages in Deuteronomy. I was thinking about reading off. But basically what it was saying that like God said to like Moses, you know, or not what God said to Moses, but Moses said how, you know, God's going to give you fertile land and olive oil and corn and crops, and everything's going to be brought to you. Like, that's kind of our society. Like, we don't have to do anything to survive, you know, like God gave us our society and it's so perfect. You know what I mean? Like, our world is so perfect in a lot of ways. My dog wants to go swimming. Lola, come here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off you so it doesn't get wet. Lola chases a little stick. Check this out. Lola. She loves playing fetch. You know, it's about things in the natural world. Surrounding ourselves with what God created, and just knowing that God is there with you, you know, all the time. And that, like, he's not only within you, but he's outside you. And your mind is the connection between those two forces, you know. The mind is the connection between your soul and between God, you know. It's like your antenna. Like, it's not what generates the energy. Your soul kind of generates the energy, but your mind is used, you know, it's a vision for vision and light. You know? And once you understand that, like, it doesn't matter about your exterior things, your materialistic things, but, you know, how you fulfill yourself as a person is what matters. And, you know, just surviving off and living off the land, too, you know what I mean? Like, it's enjoyable. Lola, come here. Come here. Come here, Lola. Yeah, but I mean, see, I don't agree with like literature anymore. It's not that I don't agree with like things made by man, like in the physical realm, but things in the realm of fantasy, you know? Like, when I don't occupy my time with TV because it's all fiction, it's all made up, it's all bullshit, or I occupy my time with like Harry Potter or fucking Lord of the Rings or fucking, you know, anything, like, you know, Catcher in the Rye. Like, I was into so much literature and just I never was really appreciating God, you know. It shines light on, like, false idols. Like, God is the only idol, you know what I mean? Because you can't create an idol out of thin air, you know, someone who's, like, almost perfect. But, like, God wasn't created out of thin air, you know what I mean? Like, we weren't created out of thin air. You know, it reminds me of, like, a field of, you know, a crop. Like, a field of corn, right? Like, that corn couldn't get there unless some farmer tended to the land, you know? How the hell are we gonna get here unless God made sure, like, the conditions were right for us to fucking live, you know? Like, it doesn't make sense otherwise. You can't just assume we just flopped here without some sort of greater spirit involved, you know? And God, and it's really a farm of souls, you know what I mean? Like, it's the growing of souls, like, not physical body, you know? And like, God consumes the good souls and he rids the bad, just like livestock, you know? There's livestock that lives and you can consume it, and then there's livestock that dies and you can't consume it. She keeps getting tangled up. It's simple though. It's really easy. It's fun once you look at it that way. And stop paying attention to like the media bullshit, because you're never going to solve that without God, you know, in your life. You will never solve your political fucking, you know, prism, you know, the one that your mind's trapped in kind of thing, through news, media, or something. It's going to be through God. Like, that's what it is. And, you know, the book of Deuteronomy, I really liked, because before that there was a lot of like war and, you know, the Old Testament, and you start asking yourself, like, how can there be war in the Old Testament? Like, how is this possible? You know, how could God command these things? But at the same time, like, God commanded those things for a reason. Like, basically, war happens for a reason, you know? It's not like God doesn't have a plan. And it's not that God rewards those that, like, cast war on others, okay? That cast hatred on others. But, like, it's a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? Like, that's the whole idea. It's a division of heart. And that's where Jesus Christ comes in, you know? And it's not... And that's why, you know, God did that. He made Moses, then he made Jesus, because Moses was very enlightened as well, like, through his healing, you know. It's not that one prophet's better than the other. It's not really like that. It's that God is better than all of us, you know. And as long as you recognize that, that is what is important. But God does work through specific, you know, men like Moses, like Christ, like all the prophets. And that is why, you know, the Messiah, or, you know, all Messiahs are the ones that are able to crack the 7 seals of heaven, which is the 7 seals on the back of the Bible, you know. So if they can crack that open and add another chapter, that is when they're a prophet. But certain things like the Quran, obviously, I disagree with. It's not that I have anything against Muslim people, you know. I've been friends with them before, and honestly, a lot of them are very enlightened, because at least they are educated on, you know, Judaism